Hey there, Scribbles O'McHenry here for MovieBurgh. Well, this is our first episode. We want to make this a movie discussion show, so I went out and watched a brand new, fresh, hot movie out in the theater, and I also encourage everybody else to go see these movies so that they can send me in their questions and their comments, and we're going to put it on this screen right here. So you get to be part of the show. I think that's fun. So the movie I went out and watched was Happy Death Day to You. It's a sequel to the movie Happy Death Day. Now I gotta admit, I didn't see the first film, but that's okay, because in the trailer for Happy Death Day to You, it tells you exactly what happened in the first movie. I think that's wonderful, because now I don't have to go and watch another movie to understand what's happening in this movie. I think that's genius. Plus, it's the perfect movie to take your Valentine's Day to. It's got comedy, it's got horror, it's got action, it's got sci-fi, it's got it all. So go ahead and take your lovely lady or lovely boy to the movie. Now there's a lovely lady in my life, her name's Yolanda, and I've loved her since the 3rd grade. And I'm still holding out hope that she'll be my Valentine someday. Maybe it's gonna be this day, I think so. You wanna know why? Because I went out and got her one of those fancy Coca-Cola bottles that have your name on it. Well, I gotta admit, finding the name Yolanda is a little tough, so I had to make one of my own. As you can see here. And yeah, I did start screwing up her name a little bit there, but I corrected myself. I looked her up, and I got it here. Yolanda, the little hearts. I think that's adorable. But I got to admit, I did get a little thirsty when I was setting up everything here, and I was starting to get a little sweaty, so I did take a little sip out of here. But you know what? I still think it's fine. There's still plenty left in there, and I think she's really gonna like it. But enough about my true love. Let's talk about the movie, Happy Death Day to You, the new gem from Blum House Productions, starring Jessica Rothe. What? Rothe. Jessica Rothe. Directed by Christopher Landon. So let's discuss the movie and break it down. First, let's talk about the humor. Oh boy, let me tell you, those kids were funny. They were talking about the you-know-whats and the you-know-whats. Boy, I don't even know if you can say that kind of thing in church, but wow, that stuff was a hoot, let me tell you. I was rolling in my seat. It really takes a really smart person to come up with those kind of jokes. I couldn't come up with them. Boy, and I'm not that smart, but that's okay. I thought this movie was truly hilarious. It was funny on all levels. I don't even know what to say anymore. I was just, I'm just thinking of him right now. The one time he was like, oh, you smacked me in the, oh, I don't want to give it away. It's just too funny. It's too good. You're going to have to go and see it for yourself. So let's turn to the audience out there, the people that wrote in and gave me some comments. Let's see what they had to say. Now, if I hit this button right here, you'll see it pop up on this here screen. Let's give it a try. There we go. All right, so Cake for Breakfast, you're up. You said a lot of the humor in this movie relies heavily on. Oh, okay. Well, let me just put this out there. We're trying to cut out the foul language, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that to heavily on naughty and and I don't know if we should use that word. Let's say buff. So on the naughty and buff jokes, they're not clever enough to be anything more than just bad, naughty, and buff jokes. Professor Buff, I don't even want to say it. It's too naughty. But boy, it was funny. His name was something else, but the one kid called him Professor Buff. Let me tell you, that's too good. That's just too good. Come on, now, someone else has to agree with me. These were some good jokes in this movie. Let's look at the next folk. Here we go. Drolling Kitty says, the last line of the film is a kid yelling that he... Ooh. I thought we were screening these. Well, we gotta do better next time, okay? Well, alright, let's read it here. The last line of the film is a kid yelling that he pooped his pants. Forget this movie. Alright, listen. I thought that was a great line to close on because it really stuck with me all day. And I was in my car and I was like, oh, he pooped his pants. Even when we were setting this up, I was like, oh, he pooped his pants. How else did you want him to end the movie, huh? It was a good up way to end it. You know, everyone was left smiling. Everyone was happy when they left that theater because of that line, okay? That was a great line. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to disagree with you. But that's okay, you're allowed to think what you like, because that's what we're about on this show. I mean, there were plenty of other jokes going around. I mean, I don't want to give spoilers away, but there's some good blind humor, you know, some fumbling around while blind. I mean, that's just clever. I mean, come on. Being blind and fumbling over stuff, I mean, that's... Who comes up with it? Really, that's just, it's too good. And then, you know, I mean, maybe it's a little weird that during the parts where she's, like, committing suicide, that was all, like, a happy, fun moment, but it was okay, it worked. It worked for what it needed to work for. It was pretty funny when she was just murdering herself over and over again. It was a real hoot. So come on, there's gonna be somebody out there that likes some jokes. Let's hear from the next person. I bet they like them. The joke sucked. Alright, come on. I guess there's just no pleasing anybody today. I guess I'll just keep all the laughs to myself, you know? I mean, come on, these were presented as jokes. When something's presented as a joke, it's automatically funny, okay? It's just how it works in the comedy world. Every joke lands when you present it as a joke, okay? So let's see what the next person said. Monkey Junkie here. You look like you smell worse than a bag of farts dipped in diarrhea. Okay, now that's not funny, all right? That's just mean. That's hurtful. And I don't smell like that, okay, sir? I don't smell like that. Now, come on. Really? Diarrhea jokes? What are you for? Grow up, okay? Grow up. Well, fine. Let's move on from the jokes then. Let's talk about the plot that happens in this movie. Let me tell you, I was a little hard for me to keep up sometimes, as this was really smart film. So, I'm real interested to hear what you people have to say. So let's go ahead to King-Sized Assault. We get weak explanations as to why anything is happening. Apparently, students just stumble into creating a time loop that for some reason only affects Tree in the first film. And then for no reason other than it's said on screen, the time loop jumps to affecting another person, Ryan. Well, it looks like he has more to say here. But none of this matters because the movie quickly abandons this conundrum and shifts focus back to Tree being stuck in yet another time loop, but in a different universe. However, now we're just left wondering why there was a baby-masked black sweatshirt Ryan trying to kill the looping white sweatshirt Ryan. Well, he has another thing. He's still going here. Let's see what he has to say. Since black sweatshirt Ryan knew that he had to stop white sweatshirt Ryan from using the time machine thingy because it could cause problems with time and space, then why was black sweatshirt Ryan wasting his time trying to kill the other Ryan? Why would he not just go straight to the machine and break it, hide it, use it, whatever? Or, why not just meet with himself, explain the temporal paradox that they're in, and then together try and fix the situation? Why the HE double hockey sticks is he resorting to murder right out of the gate? Oh, there's another bad word there. What a naughty boy! What a naughty boy! Well, you know, you bring up a lot of good points. But I think what you gotta keep in mind is, we don't know everything about science. It's all a big mystery, you know? So you kind of just have to let some of this stuff go and just kind of, you know, just go with it. Plus, you're getting too hung up on the beginning part of the film. And really, the meat of this story, it follows around the character Tree. So we should be looking really at her story more than we should this Ryan fellow. So let's look at Tree's story here. Well, let's see what the next person has to say. What do you have to say about Tree's story? Eastside B-Side says, why are the other students easily moved to so much conviction in helping Tree with her dilemma? Supposedly, she is a complete stranger to them every single new day. So why are they so quick to aid somebody who sounds like a whack job? Based on her word alone, they go to extremes that would risk expulsion from school, and then even resort to illegal activity. Who in their right mind would do this? I'll tell you who would do this. Good, wholesome girls and boys. Alright? They just saw somebody in need and they wanted to help out, and I think that's really great of them. That's real noble. I would want these people as my friends. I would like friends. I would like these people as my friends. So, I'm gonna have to disagree with your friend. Yeah, you can be my friend. It's okay. Well, now we're friends. See? People can just be friends. It's alright. Well, let's move on to the next folk and see what he has to say. Or she, you know. we like to include everybody here at Scribbles O'McHenry's MovieBurgh. Stan Staniel says, why do Tree's day-to-day injuries only endure internally? Why does she not look like fried roadkill hamburger? How do her organs and bones even still function if her body is retaining the trauma from all her deaths? Perhaps really this is just some lousy implemented ticking clock plot device. Ticking clock? What's that even mean? Was there a clock in this movie? I mean, if the clock is ticking, that'd be really distracting and I wouldn't be able to tell what's happening. Ticking clock? Ticking clock? I don't get it. You know what? I think people are getting a little too hung up on some of the smaller details, you know? I think what we should be really looking at is the heart of the film. And that was the relationship between Tree. See, I'm just getting a little choked up thinking about it. Tree and her mother. You know, her mother died, and she got to be with her again. It really touched me, okay? It was really touching, moment. I can't. Oh, God. Her mother died, and she was happy to be with her again. Oh, my good goodness. I can't take it. Jeez. Oh, jeez. It was touching. I was... you know, she asked her mother, who should she choose between her and her boyfriend? She was asking her mom who should she be with, and her mom gave her advice that would take her away from her. It was, oh, God. We're back. Oh, welcome back. Sorry about that, folks. I got a little emotional there, but that's only a credit to this movie. That's how worked up it got me. Unfortunately, in the process, some of Yolanda's gift was lost. I got caught up in the moment, but you know, there's still a little bit in there. I think she's still gonna really like this. We just gotta hold out and hope. But what I was saying before I got too worked up was I thought the heart of the movie was the dilemma that Tree had to choose between her mother or her boyfriend. And it worked! I tell you, I was sucked in. Yeah, that was really good. So let's ask you, the viewer, what would you do if you were stuck choosing between two people you love? Handsome dog boy writes, Tree's ultimate decision would have held a lot more emotional weight had the film not undercut it with the boyfriend falling for her and giving her a passionate kiss before she's sent back to her rightful universe. Wasn't the film's message that you can't have it all? Yet we see that she would have had it all within the same universe. What the HE double hockey sticks is up with this contradicting horse? Pucky. Horse pucky. Yeah, it's a thing. Look it up. A lot of nitpickers out there. Well, that's okay though. It's okay. You're allowed to think whatever you like. It's perfectly fine. That's why we do this show. But you also got to keep in mind, when she was making her decision, she also had to be thoughtful that she was living a life that wasn't hers. She was living a life of someone else's memories, and that was eating away at her. So yeah, keep that in mind. So what do you have to say, Big Toe Joe? Let's see. Her feeling guilty about living a life that's not hers is not nearly as played up as her having to choose between her mom and boyfriend. That decision is the primary driving force of her dilemma, which is then wasted. Her decision would have been more meaningful had their relationship remained platonic while in this alternate universe. Wow, another dissenter. Who's screaming these? Let's get some positive ones in here. Come on, I'm feeling like I'm on my own little island here. I mean, okay, maybe the movie did drop the ball a little bit there, but it's fine. I still thought there was enough going on to justify the decision-making that she had to go through. You know? And why is it so bad that she got to kiss that handsome boy? Would you want the boyfriend to end up with the mean girl? I don't think anybody wanted that. What do you think? Soggy Sally writes, what was up with the Danielle character? Were we supposed to hate her, like her, find her funny, find her mean? One scene we're supposed to despise her for being unfaithful, but later rooting for her during a silly moment when she's acting blind and aiding the heroes by stealing keys from the dean. Her function just seems to fit the role that the plot demands of her at any given moment. Oh, great, another person who didn't like the movie. But it's okay. It's okay. Let's get to the next person. Maybe they have something nicer to say, huh? T to the J says, I thought the scenes with Tree and her mother were touching, and they were elevated by the actors' performances. I could understand that people who went through similar loss might greatly relate to these parts. Aw, see, there we go. There's a nice comment. Thank you, T to the J. I agree. They were. I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a movie this moving in a long time or ever. Boy, I feel a lot better now. Yeah, I think we're really turning a tide here on this show. Let's go to the next one. Let's keep these nice comments going. Here we are. Hey, Scribbles. I went through a recent loss. The loss of my eyesight after seeing your ugly dumb face. Okay, come on. What's that? What is that? We'll let this one through. Jeez. You know, we don't need that on the show today. Yolanda's watching. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And we can't have comments like that on there, or else I'm going to be eating alone again this Valentine's. And I don't want to do that anymore, okay? All right, so let's keep those comments off, all right? All right, thank you. Thank you. So let's cut that out. Let's go to the next person. I think you're fat. All right, wow, what a 1-2 punch this has been. What's it matter if I'm fat, you know? There's no need to call me out for that. That doesn't make me less of a person. In fact, it makes me more of a person. I thought that was a cute joke, right? Right? No? No? Well, all right, let's just wrap this up then, and let's cut to the ending. That twist ending, and let me tell you what a twist, okay? I didn't see that coming, and if you don't see a twist coming, then that means it's good, no matter what, all right? Any movie that has a twist is a good movie, okay? Every single twist works. If you don't see it coming, doesn't matter about the context, all right? Doesn't matter. If it's a twist, you don't see it coming, it's a good twist. All right. So let's get your take on the ending then. All right, up next. Balls Shallow. Why would the psycho killer guy take orders from the adulterer doctor? Why would he have a commitment to him? It's never established, and it makes zero sense. All right, Buster, I think you're getting a little too caught up in the minutia, all right? I bet you didn't see that twist coming. So, it was a good twist. All right? The doctor guy, he didn't like that one girl, and so he needed some help to kill somebody. Sounds reasonable enough to me. I liked it. And I bet this next person likes it too. Pasta Fan says, so, we learn that the doctor's wife knows of his extramarital affair with Jody, which is the doctor's motive to kill Jody. But then we learn that the wife doesn't care about the affair, and she is actually in league with her husband. So why even bother hatching a plan to kill Jody in the first place? I don't even want to think about it. This is getting too much for me. Next one. Madam Mars says, after learning that the doctor and wife were a murderous tag team, the doctor then inexplicably shoots and kills his wife. What in the fun? Why wouldn't he just hatch the plan with the psycho to just kill his wife since Jody wasn't an actual issue anyway? Why is there even a funny psycho lackey in the first place? What the shirt is going on in this movie? The motivations of the villains make no dadgummit sense. Oh, jeez. Wowee. All right. Well, like I said earlier, I think people are just getting a little too caught up in the minutia and in the small details. And this one, you just gotta turn that little brain thingy off, all right? And just go with it. It's a comedy movie. You know, it's got those comedy overtones to it. You're just supposed to go in and giggle, that's all. Come on, guys. So who out there, who liked the jokes? Come on, somebody out there, tell me somebody out there liked these jokes. Let's hear it. Let's hear it now. He sleeps, he snores. I could be able to be much more forgiving of the film since it does carry a tongue-in-cheek tone, but even the humor falls way too short for it to be a saving grace. I could look past stuff like Tree being able to memorize complicated algorithms as a kooky joke if the movie actually attempted to make a lick of sense in other aspects. And if it didn't try to treat its audience as thoughtless nincompoops. Nincompoops. Hey, now that's not right. You shouldn't be saying that. Are you saying that I am a nincompoop? I don't think so. Boy, what a tough crowd this has been today, I tell you. You know, I thought this was a great movie. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was scary. I liked the adventure. The acting was nice. The colors were good too. Ah, man, this movie had everything you could want. You should all be so thankful a movie came out at this time on Valentine's Day. Boy, there's going to be a lot of happy young couples out there. Okay? Man. And you know what? I'm going to say it. This is the best movie of 2019 so far. Yeah, that's right. It's that good. And I encourage everyone to get out to the theater and sit there tuckus in a movie seat right now and go and see it. All right? Now there's got to be somebody who agrees with me. Let's hear it. This movie sucks. Beer on Ice says, just like how the first Happy Death Day was mimicking the structure of Groundhog Day, Happy Death Day to You was at first falling more in tune with films like Time Crimes, Triangle, or Coherence when we were following Ryan's story. But once it shifts to Tree's story, then it starts to feel like a Back to the Future-esque premise. However, Happy Death Day to You feels like a much shallower film than all of these, and I wouldn't recommend it. Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you, man. We're just going to have to agree to disagree. It's the best movie so far this year, all right? And by the way, what's he mean by Groundhog Day and Happy Death Day to You being similar? That doesn't even make sense. One's a holiday, one's a movie, all right? I don't get that. What? Groundhog Day is a movie? Huh. Well, who's in that? Bill Murray? Who's Bill Murray? She's got a call. She's got a call.